Why women are naturally attracted to older men. Throughout the history of human evolution, women have been attracted to older men. The age gap is usually around 6 or 7 years, and even double-digit age differences is very common, sometimes even 30 years or so. So the big question is, why is this? Why do women always select a considerably older male to mate with? It's because older men have had more time to accumulate resources. Resources like food, shelter, status, and overall survival knowledge. And it's been like this throughout history. This is why 19-year-old women are hardwired to be attracted to men in their 30s. You see, back in the caveman days, older experienced men knew the land. They knew the tricks and the tips to stay alive, and they knew the ways of hunting, gathering, and shelter. Younger men in that time period didn't quite learn the ways yet, but older men had the knowledge and the experience. And the young women saw this and they admired that, and they wanted a piece of that life too. So then, the women gave them sexual access, and then the two cohabitated together. Or like even back in the medieval times, older men in the 30s climbed the ranks, and they were usually the higher-ups in knighthood and the crown, and they were the established ones, and they had more access to resources, as opposed to their 18-year-old counterparts who still didn't know how the world worked. But the 30-something-year-old males were well aware of how the world worked, and the young women knew this, and they wanted to give it up to them and basically have the older guys' babies. Even back in the old Western times, men in their 30s usually had a well-established trade and the know-how to get things done, and they were the tougher ones too. Better shooting skills and everything. Younger men of the Old West typically didn't have those set of skills, so the attractive younger females went for the older men, because life was short back then, and waiting around for some 19-year-old kid to get his stuff together was a waste of life. Women want that guy who is a good provider right away, ASAP, right? And today, women are still attracted to older men. All pretty much a man has to do is get him a good white-collar job, and then become a homeowner, and boom, he's getting chicks like 10 years younger than him. I mean, like most dudes fresh out of high school are still in that party stage, and they're clueless to how the real world works. There aren't any 19-year-old dudes out there making 6 figures who own a home. But 29-year-old dudes, probably, and 39-year-olds, well, absolutely. And this is what gets younger 20-year-old chicks to like you. Your resources and your shelter. Plain and simple. And it's been like that for ages. Like, I don't know if you know this or not, but a woman's attitude about you will do a 180 flip the second she finds out you make good money and you're a homeowner. Trust me on this. I've seen it time and time again. And women in college will absolutely be willing to ditch their 21-year-old boyfriend for an established 35-year-old dude who's got a good job and a good home. I've seen this happen many times before. Just remember, all young women are on the lookout for that established older dude who's got resources and a shelter. It's what they're all after. Trust me on this. Ha! Go m.g.t.o.w!